Hi, Taurus. Welcome to Lightsageintuitive, or welcome back to my returning subscribers. Thank you guys for your support. I'm going to be doing a general reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It is general. I'm not looking for anything specific, but I will talk about whatever I see in the cards. I'm going to start with some oracle cards, and then we'll move on to the tarot. So let's see, Taurus, what is going on in your world? What guidance, messages, clarity, confirmation? What does Spirit feel like you need to see or hear today? What do we have for Taurus, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Taurus. Compassion, commitment. I feel like your commitment is being tested in something. I feel like you're an incredibly compassionate person. You have displayed a lot of compassion, given a lot of compassion. I feel like you need to extend that compassion to yourself as well. That's just a message that I'm getting. There's something that you're very committed to. I feel like something you're really focused on. Let's see what the next card is. But I feel like there's a struggle with this. What do we have for Taurus, please? What else do we have for Taurus? Can we get one more card? One more card for Taurus, please. Okay. Just one. Or I'll take... No, I'm going to take this one because it... Whoa. I feel like some of you could be trying to get pregnant with this fertility card coming out. I also feel like this fertility is talking about like abundance, being fruitful with something in your life that you are very committed to, something that you want to bring to life, that you want to give birth to. And I feel like your commitment to whatever this is going to bring a lot of prosperity, fertility, like a fertile ground for you to plant all of these ideas and these dreams and these hopes that you have. Really focused on this. I'm going to get some additional oracle cards for clarification. But, yeah. And I'm going to put my glasses on because I can't see. Okay. All right, let's see. What else can you tell us about these cards for Taurus, please, Spirit? Rose Garden. Rose Garden to me is about that. It's the self, it's the discovery of self. Roses are about romance and love, but it's also about passion and purity and new growth. And I feel like Rose Garden is talking about the garden of your soul. There's something very beautiful about you that I feel like there was something that was wounded, and there's a need for compassion for yourself to heal some things that aren't right in the garden or haven't been right in the garden. The next card is Lorelei, which is really interesting that it came out next to compassion, because Lorelei is about, I don't know if you can see this. There's a mermaid girl sitting up on a rock, and she has this boat with people on it attached to a string, and it's like she has this choice sitting up there. She can either be benevolent and kind and help assist them in their travels, or she can turn the tides literally and jerk them along and make it a very arduous journey, even bring peril into their surroundings. So I feel like there's a need for compassion. There's something that you're committed to, something that is very fragile in respect to you, that you have the option or the choice whether you nurture that or you destroy it. I do feel like it's something that you want to nurture, but I just think you need to be aware of the power that you have. You may not even be aware. Maybe this child sitting up there isn't even aware of the effect of what she's going to do might have on that. And I think you just need to be aware of how much power you actually yield in this situation. We also have butterfly garden, and I think it's interesting that you have both two garden cards. Butterfly garden. Butterflies are about transformation. Something that takes a long time. It's a lot of hard work. It's a transformation at the core, and this could be your commitment to your own personal transformation, to nurturing this garden of self in order to transform and grow something to become abundant and fertile. We get one more card. White Rose of Hope. I love this. Okay. Don't give up. You have what you need. I feel like this white rose is glowing like it's a moonflower almost. I feel like Spirit is smiling on you and is going to help you, help offer some healing and give you hope in this situation and guidance as you move forward. I feel like, even as I look at this girl, and I don't know why I'm feeling it, but, we have the butterfly garden, and then this card, it's like something about her seems fragile, not as in weak, but as in, I just feel like, to me, she looks like she's just emerged from the chrysalis. I feel like this is you emerging as this butterfly. I feel like you have gone through this deep healing, been compassionate with yourself, committed to your transformation, and you are going to emerge fertile and with so much potential and opportunity, almost a magic that you're going to possess, with a lot of renewed hope and belief in your future, in your ability to do this. But it's gonna take a minute for you to kind of stretch your wings and let them dry out before you take flight. But I do feel like God, Spirit, Universe, however you want to call that, is with you, is watching your growth, and is watching over you and going to assist you in your progress forward. Let's take a look at the tarot and see what the cards have to say for you, Taurus. I'm noticing too in the butterfly garden card that the butterfly is sitting on her head. So I feel like this is a transformation in the way you think about things, in your perception, in your belief about what your potential and abilities are. Just a true enlightenment coming out of this, being reborn. Okay, Taurus. What do you have for Taurus? The Nine of Swords and the Ace of Swords. All right, Nine of Swords. You've been trapped up in your head, it's like a mental prison, chased down by your demons, having nightmares, not being able to sleep, just feeling overwhelmed by what's going through your head and what you're struggling with. With the Ace of Swords, I do feel like you are getting clarity. You're having some, through all of this confusion, all of these swords that are hanging above you, there is one that I feel like shines brightly, and I feel like you reach up and grab that, and it gives you clarity. It's like a breakthrough, and you see how to free yourself from this situation. Let's see what I have for Taurus, please. Five of Swords and Death. Five of Swords is got so many different meanings. It is a card about winning at all costs. It's a card about being a victor or being the loser. It's also about taking time to stand back and look over the past, over the conflicts, over your mental turmoil, and to see where you have been successful, to recognize your wins and to acknowledge your losses and opportunities for growth. I will point out that in this particular deck, the Five of Swords is white sage, so you might benefit from burning some sage, cleansing your space, kind of open the windows, cleanse your space, and let those negative energies dissipate. to bring a death to this, an ending. I feel like this ending is talking about this state of conflict that you are in. I feel like you've been in this place for a long time. You've figured something out. You need to cleanse your space and let this die. Bury it in the garden, and let it become part of the fertile soil that grows what it is that you want to bring to life. What else do we have for Taurus? Temperance, balance, healing, alchemy, taking disparate things and blending them together in order to create something new. I feel like part of what this is taking these swords, these difficulties, these conflicts, these pains, these struggles that you have been through, your defeats even, and alchemizing them. Like I said, using them to become nutrients in the soil, changing them into something that can be used for nutrients and to help grow. Just alchemizing them into something new to bring your healing and to bring about your fertility. What else do we have, please? What else do we have for Taurus, Sun, Rising, and Venus, please? Idolitha of Fire, or the Page of Wands. I feel like you are starting something new. Like, I feel like you are taking all of these things, you are mixing them together, you're working at your table. This is the Herb Crafter's Tarot. So yeah, she's crafting something here. I feel like you are crafting, using all of your experience in life, your knowledge, your hopes, your dreams, blending them all together as this Page of Wands. Page of Wands is a student. It's someone who's starting out on a new path, who's very excited and motivated and energized to accomplish something. I feel like part of this realization that you've had is about your ability to transform, which the Death card is also often called transformation, to transform and alchemize the experiences of your life thus far, what has made you who you are, and to blend these things together. I think you have this clear understanding suddenly out of nowhere, because the Ace of Swords is an epiphany, can be very sudden. A sudden understanding of how to do this, and you're fired up and motivated and excited to begin. It's like you're crafting something and you're excited about it. With the Hermit, I feel like you are doing this in private. You're not talking, you're kind of secluded from the world, taking some time out in retreat to do this in private. I feel like this is a solo journey for you here in this experience, and you're trying to get some clarity and gain some wisdom. With the Sun, there is going to be healing. The Sun is smiling on this. I do feel like this idea, this epiphany that you get on how to make this happen is from the divine. It is a gift. Both of these cards are about clarity. The Sun is the happiest card in the deck. It is about healing. It is about warmth and comfort and the universe helping you, gifts coming. I also feel like this is speaking to, through this process, doing this, really looking at your past, at your strengths and your weaknesses, you are going to discover a gift that you have that has been bestowed upon you, and it's time for you to become aware of this. And the Sun is here to help bring this enlightenment for you. And maybe that gift is that you're a healer, and in going through this process and healing yourself, you're going to discover your ability or your gift for healing. We have the Four of Cups, which is about dissatisfaction or disappointment, feeling bored, dissatisfied with what is in your life, but it's also about an opportunity that's being given, and whether or not you look up to recognize that there is a divine cup being offered to you all has to do with where you're sitting, where you are sitting in your life. And I feel like this message is here really more than anything to say that there is a divine gift being offered to you. All you have to do is look up. I feel like this process is what is going to allow you to look up to see this. It's going to be part of this renewed hope, recognizing this divine cup that's being offered to you, that it is an opportunity for you to change your situation or your perception of your situation. 5 of Cups. This is the crying over spilled milk card. This is focused on what's been lost, heartache, regret, sadness. I feel like this is just part of the process. I feel like this 5 of Cups energy is actually somewhere that you have probably been sitting for a little while. It had a lot to do with this 9 of Swords mental anguish that you were experiencing because you've been so focused on the loss. But I feel like through this process, both of these cards in the four of Cups, it's to look up and recognize the divine gift that's being offered. In the 5 of Cups, it's about after you've grieved the loss of the 3 cups that have been spilled, it's about turning around and recognizing that you still have 2 cups standing. I feel like through this process, that is what is happening. I really feel like this is where you have been, but through having this epiphany, having this clarity come in and taking control of your life to craft and alchemize your own spiritual growth and discover your spiritual or your talent, your gift. I feel like you are moving out of this. You are recognizing the opportunity and you are turning around to see the cups that are still standing. How much abundance you do have in your life and the potential for emotional fulfillment. What else do we have for Taurus, please? 3 of Swords, God. This is about heartbreak, deep wounds. The thing is, God, it's crazy, like that they're down here. I just really feel like, let me grab another one. 3 of Swords is about pain and heartache, deep sorrow, piercing wounds, things that we carry with us from our childhood, our past, things that have really, really wounded us and have built scars around. I feel like we don't see, once we see the 3 of Swords, as painful and as difficult as that card is, it's at that point that we acknowledge and see that we can begin to address and heal those wounds, to take those swords out and put the healing salve on those wounds to allow them to begin to heal. I feel like I do feel like through this process, I don't feel like these are new wounds. I feel like through this process, you are recognizing the wounds that you have carried. You are recognizing the wounds that need to be healed. 2 of Swords, making a decision, going within, figuring your way through a situation, finding your truth, separating yourself from the outside world to find your truth, centering yourself. To me, the 2 of Swords is a card of deep meditation as well, deep introspection. Really communing with your higher self to find your truth. And the 7 of Cups. The 7 of Cups is about choices. It's about having a lot of options and being confused. I think, another reason why this 2 of Swords is here is going in to try to figure out your truth, what choice you want to make, what your option is. But I also feel like this card is here because through this process, recognizing this opportunity and looking up to choose to accept that divine cup and to turn around and recognize the abundance and the potential that you still have even after the sorrow and the heartbreak that you've gone through, recognizing the wounds that you have carried with you and going within to really heal that and find your truth and your center and your balance in this situation. You're going to emerge from that with, I feel like the reason this card is here is because you're going to recognize how many different options you have, how many different pathways you could pursue. I feel like doing this healing, nurturing and tending to your gardens and going through this transformation, when you emerge, there are going to be so many beautiful potentials for you. You're going to have your choice of where you want to go and what you want to do. I really feel more than this being about confusion, just having a lot of options, a lot of really good options that you have created for yourself because of this work and this healing that you have gone within to do. At that point, I mean, this is to right in this reading, this is the world is your oyster card. I feel like you can choose any one of them. A lot of really beautiful options, and even more than one, I feel like. But I feel like you're going to have a lot of new paths open before you, and you're going to get to choose which direction you go. Listen to your intuition and know that these are gifts from the universe. Whatever path you choose, it will be the right one for you. Trust yourself. You will know because you will have gone within to figure out what it is you want to pursue, what you want to do, what makes you happy. You'll know which one to choose. But I feel like it'll be a really exciting time for you with a lot of really exciting options for you to choose from. Options that you have opened the doorways for yourself to be able to access. Wow, I love this, Taurus. It's hard, but I really feel like this is that last stage, that last phase of really going within to release and transmute and transform these things that you have been carrying with you, to turn them into the fuel, the fertile soil for your garden, the garden of yourself, this alchemy, this. And I do feel like I've already said, I want to say this again, I do feel like you are a healer. You have the ability to heal. You may work with herbs or like natural healing remedies. Wow. Anyway, this is what I have for you. I hope that it resonated, and if so, I hope it helped. If you could help me out by like, share, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, the bell icon, leave a comment. Any of those things are free for you, and they help my channel grow, and I would certainly appreciate your support. But otherwise, thank you so much for being here. I do love spending this time with you, and I hope that I see you again. Until next time, love and light.